I'm Alexis Schwerha with Campus Reform. Today we're speaking with ADF Senior Counsel Tyson to tell us more about free speech and the efforts they're doing to protect students' First Amendment rights. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
So can you walk us through a little bit about what your organization is doing to protect free speech on campus?
Yeah, so primarily what we're doing is we're assisting students and student organizations that face problems on campus because their speech is being suppressed because university administrators don't like it. So they do that in a number of ways. Speech zones, saying, hey, you have to stay in this little area, allowing other people to speak over here. Speech codes, where they say, hey, somebody doesn't like your speech, therefore we're not going to allow you to speak because of that. Maybe they deny your student group funding for student fees. You're forced to pay these mandatory fees. They give it to other groups, but they don't give it to yours because they don't like your speech. Maybe they make you pay security fees for a speaker that you want to bring to campus because other people are going to protest. Those are all forms of viewpoint discrimination, and the First Amendment says you can't do that. A public university cannot discriminate against students or student groups because of their viewpoints. And so we help advise those student groups, and then if we can't get it resolved without litigation, we're happy to sue too. We've got about a 91% success rate in filing lawsuits, and we've helped about 435 students across the country over the last 16 years.
And how do schools respond to being sued? I imagine they don't like it too much.
No, they don't like it, but here's the great thing. The majority of our cases, again, we win 91% of them, one, but two, most of the schools, they actually change their policy very quickly after that and just agree to settle because they know that we're right on the law. They know that they're wrong, and all it takes is a student willing to stand, taking the courage and say, hey, I don't want other students to have to go through what I went through. I want my school to be a marketplace of ideas, not an assembly line for one type of thought.
So if schools know that the policies they're enacting are wrong, then why do we continuously see policies that infringe on student speech?
It's a great question. I really think that the main problem is there's a minority of students who want to shut down all other views, and they demand that schools do this, and school administrators don't have the courage to stand up to them. So what we need to do as donors, as alumnus, all of these, we need to tell our schools, we want free speech. We want our schools to be a marketplace of ideas, and we need to be the majority. We are the majority. I believe the majority want free speech, but the minority is louder, and they're the ones doing the talking, and we need to go, and we need to use our voice to tell the schools, hey, we want free speech.
So what can students do on campus to preserve their rights before it even gets to the point of needing to file a lawsuit?
Yeah, I think one is make sure you're speaking. Don't allow the culture to stop you from speaking on important issues of today. We've got a lot of problems in our society. We need to figure out how to solve those problems. It doesn't help if only one side's talking about them, so talk. But if you get shut down, then don't be afraid to push back. And initially just go talk to the school and see if you can resolve it. If you can't, come to us. We're happy to help resolve it, either through a letter or through litigation. But you have to speak first, and actually be engaged in the conversation in order to even, know whether there is a problem on campus.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.